Welcome to City Week, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Alton West. Today I'm out at the beautiful Badcock building here on Pegasus Parkway. So stay tuned for interviews coming up in just a moment.
In addition to the significant expense, which demonstrates how important LaGrange is to our future and how excited we are to be here, just a couple of more things about this facility. It seems like it was just a few months ago that we were standing here in knee-deep red clay for the groundbreaking, and boy, doesn't it look different. Just a marvelous facility. It's state-of-the-art. It's the biggest facility in our chain, 535,000 square feet. I think 83 doors for shipping and receiving, which is going to give us immediately the ability to serve 150 of our stores in Georgia and surrounding states, with capacity to grow to 200 stores or more when we fully mature out here. We don't have a full complement of staff here yet, but if you would turn around and give your applause to the fine men and women back there. Thank you, folks. These men and women are the first of what will ultimately be about 150 employees that are going to make this place hum, and we're really excited. We heard great things about the community and the workforce here in LaGrange and Troup County, and we certainly haven't been disappointed. So, in addition to all those folks, I wanted to introduce Bill Pugh, who is a great-grandson of our founder, and he's going to tell us a little bit about the history of the company. Bill?
Thanks, Mike. Wow, this place is big. I really want to thank all the employees here. We started this warehouse. Of course, Mother Nature and plans never go together. We literally started this warehouse. They were learning to crawl, and we had them run a marathon. We opened it in the busiest part of our season, shut down 2 other DCs, 2 older, smaller DCs. You know, had to move product in and product out, and I want to thank them very much for the job they've done, because it has been very good. So if I could give them a little thank you. To give you a little history of Badcock, Badcock is a family-owned organization. It's still family-owned. We talked about some of the families. It was started in 1904 by my great-grandfather in a small town in Mulberry, and by the way, we're still there. My office is about 300 or 400 feet from the original store in Mulberry, Florida, by Henry S. Badcock. Started as sort of a general store, other things. We actually sold caskets too, and hardware that became furniture. In 1920, my grandfather, Wogan Badcock, purchased the store from his father for $9,000, payable whenever. In the 20s, actually Florida went through a land boom bust in the 20s, about 27 before the 29 crash, the Depression crash. My grandfather had to find a way to figure out how to sell furniture in other places, because he had a warehouse full of furniture and 1 store. He put a store in Plant City, Florida, close by, but then he came up with the concept of the associate dealer. And these are people like John Parker here and several of our others that live and work in the town, and they had a building, and they would put his furniture in on consignment and would sell that furniture for him. And also, they had the ability, my grandfather made it where they had the ability to offer credit to our customers. So from that simple concept, which by the way, the roots of that are today still being used by our dealer, is in our dealer community, we've moved from those simple stores that were in Florida. We had 33 stores when I was born. I won't tell you when that was, but y'all can figure it out. Today we have over 300 stores. In fact, we're at 319 and getting ready to open 320 in the Southeast. We've got plans for 10 more a year as we go through that. We entered Georgia in the 70s, early 70s, 71 or 72. I couldn't look it up. We went into Valdosta, Tifton. We also put a distribution center in Thompson, Georgia, smaller distribution center, but Georgia and all the states around it have grown so much that we needed another distribution center, and so we decided to build one that would take care of two of them. This has been great. This will also allow us to grow. We feel that we can still grow over 100 stores with our 3 DCs that we have. We have a DC in Mebane, North Carolina. We talked about with James Kelly over there. That's where he came from. That one was opened in 2005. It allows us to go to Virginia, North Carolina. We're in 8 states in the Southeast. And so it's been the only thing I've done, but I love it. And furniture might not sound exciting to a lot of people, but to me, it's what I get up and do every morning. With that, I think I'm going to turn it over to Commissioner Croteau.
Thank you, Bill. Well, good morning, everybody. It's an exciting day today. I am Tom Croteau, Deputy Commissioner for the Georgia Department of Economic Development, and on behalf of Governor Deal and the department, I am thrilled to be here with you today to celebrate this great project coming to fruition. And I'll add this, I'm sure that this won't be the last time that we're together celebrating a Badcock success in Georgia. And to that point, let me point out Maggie Layton. Maggie, where are you? Stand up for a moment, Maggie. Maggie is our new existing industry representative. This is her 3rd day on the job. So she's getting a call out early on. And she lives out here and works out here in this area of the state, specifically so that the state of Georgia and the Department of Economic Development can support companies like yours to continue to grow and do well. And I'm very proud Georgia has one of, if not the strongest, existing industry programs of any state in the nation, because we place a big emphasis on not just you coming and opening a great facility like this, but your continued future success as well. When Governor Deal announced back in the fall that Badcock would create more than 100 jobs and invest over $24 million into a new regional distribution center here in LaGrange, we knew that it would be a successful partnership. First, because we have always experienced the highest level of commitment to economic development from LaGrange and Troup County. And Mayor Thornton and Mike Riddle and Scott and all the folks in LaGrange and Troup County have always done. I've been in this state since the late 80s, and LaGrange and Troup County has always been known as a progressive place and a community that puts a great deal of emphasis on economic development. But secondly, we knew a family company like Badcock would be an excellent addition to the community here. We also have a deep appreciation for Badcock's continued investment throughout the state of Georgia, which, Bill, actually dates back to 1967, when y'all opened a store in Valdosta. So today we're gathered here to celebrate many things. We're here to celebrate the official grand or opening of this great facility. We're here, of course, to celebrate the quality jobs and investment that this brings, and that those jobs and investment that have already, I understand, exceeded or will shortly exceed the original initial projections. We're here to celebrate the pro-business opportunity that's available here in Georgia, a great public-private relationship, excellent local leadership, and most importantly, an economic venture that will have a positive, lasting effect on the LaGrange and Troup County community here. So let me just close. Allow me to say thank you to the Badcock team for your sustained investment in Georgia, and congratulations to the local community officials, the utility partners, and the others here today who work so hard each and every day to make positive events like this happen. Congratulations to everybody involved. Thank you.
Thank you. Mayor Thornton?
Well, good morning. Let me echo what Tom had to say and thank all of you for coming out this morning for this celebration. It's a great day here in LaGrange in Troup County. I would particularly like to thank the members of the Badcock team and the Badcock family for making this investment. What a beautiful new building to adorn the LaGrange Industrial Park here in the Callaway South industrial area off Pegasus. It is certainly an improvement over the red clay that we saw just a few months ago. But this is a big investment. I think, Mike, if I recall, when we had the groundbreaking, I believe, made the comment to me that in the history of Badcock, a $27 million investment, which is what it had ratcheted up to from the 24 to the 27.
That was before the option.
Right. That was the largest single investment that the company had made in its history since 1904. So we heard from Bill such a wonderful statement of the history of a family-run business started in 1904, continues to be a family-owned and operated business, and the single largest investment in that history being made here in LaGrange. And as we indicated, that started out at 27. I think we're now close to 30 in the numbers. So these things tend to ratchet up. But thank you and all of the members of the Badcock family and staff for making this investment in our community. Of course, this couldn't have happened without some other partners that have been alluded to. Certainly, the state of Georgia is such a great supporter of economic development in all 159 counties. But we're particularly biased to Troup County, as you understand, Tom. But certainly the state of Georgia is a great partner for us, and locally we have on all of these economic development deals great relationships between the city council, the county commission, the school board, and the development authority, all of which are represented here today, because we do get economic development in LaGrange and Troup County. We get how important this is to the future of our community. The Badcock family is a great family, and I think you are going to, you already with your retail store here in LaGrange that John operates, but also now with this distribution facility, I think you are going to enjoy becoming a part of the LaGrange family as well, because we do, it is a great community, and I certainly hope that you will have lots of opportunities to spend here and visit here in this facility. This is a big facility. This is a big building. I remember when we were here at the groundbreaking and hearing about $27 million, 500,000 square feet, 125 jobs. It was sort of hard to visualize what a large building that would turn into. But I think where it really was brought home to me was when Councilman Woodson will remember this, a few months ago, y'all had to ask for a sign variance for the sign on the front of the building, because the sign that you had allocated for the building would simply not have been big enough. You would not have been, it would have been dwarfed by the 500,000 square foot building. And so after that council meeting, when we heard about the sign variance, I took the opportunity to ride out here. And admittedly, I don't ride down Pegasus on a daily basis. I should get out more in the industrial park, but it's not part of my commute from my house to my office or to City Hall. And I rode down here, and it really was amazing to see what you've done here, because it's not just a big building; it's an attractive building. And so, to all of you who helped design the building, who helped build it, I know I met with the Wells Fargo representative earlier who helped finance it. To all of you, y'all did a fabulous job of putting this together, and it's really a nice addition to LaGrange. In LaGrange, we have lots of advantages. We have lots of great partnerships with other communities and agencies that I mentioned. But we are really in a great physical location. Whereas in the past, you might have looked at rivers to maybe generate commerce or other types of waterways or geographic ways. The I-85-185 corridor is a great river of commerce that you're sitting right beside here in LaGrange. And we see that as one of our most important assets, and we hope that it will continue to be an asset for you. We look forward to supporting not just manufacturing, but logistical operations in our community, and y'all are a great example of that, of taking products that are built and distributing them to customers. because that is, at the end of the day, that's what people want, that's what people are paying for. And it's great to hear about the history of your specific logistical operation, because that was certainly a pioneering operation. Anything that we at the City of LaGrange can do, and I know I'm speaking for Chairman Cruz and all the county commissioners, the city council members, school board members, and the development authority members, and saying anything that we can do to make you successful here in this location, please do not hesitate to call us, because your success is going to generate our success, and that's something that we are looking forward to as we continue this partnership. So congratulations on this day. Thank you again for your investment in our community. We look forward to having Badcock, the distribution facility, as well as the retail facility, as a part of the LaGrange community for many years to come. Thank you very much.
We don't open facilities like this every day, but we do open about 10 stores a year, and as part of each and every one of those events, we try to give back to the community to get off on the right foot. We thought the same would be appropriate here today. So to make a donation, I'd like to ask Rob Burnett, our Chief Operating Officer, and Greg Brinkman, our Senior Vice President of Supply Chain, whose vision originally led to this, and Wogan Badcock to come up and make a donation, if you would.
I'd like to both introduce and welcome Wayne Pittman of the Georgia Sheriff's Youth Association. We have actually talked to a lot of our guys back behind us, and asked them about the good charities in the LaGrange area. And some of our guys actually have gone through the youth ranch. And so some of these gentlemen behind everybody sitting are the ones that inspired the idea of using or of donating to this charity. I'll let Wayne speak for a minute and share with you what some of the great things they do for the community.
Good morning. First, I want to thank you for this invitation to be here. It's just great to be a part of something new and exciting. And I just want to thank you for thinking of us and selecting us, because there are many other organizations, agencies out there, but I really want to thank you for doing that. I am with the Georgia Sheriff Association, Georgia Sheriff Youth Homes, and we're one of the 5 campuses in the state of Georgia. We're told that we're one of the best kept secrets in Troup County, but we are the Pineland campus and Camp Pioneer. And we have a lot of exciting things going on there, and I won't talk about those today, but I'll be happy at any time to be in your ears for as long as you want to hear after today. But we do serve kids throughout the state who are abandoned, abused, and neglected, and this is through the Georgia Sheriff Association, and we have 13 of those boys we serve here in Troup County. And again, I want to thank you for inviting us and selecting us, and we really appreciate it.
Thank you, Mr. Pittman. Can we get a photo with our very large check? And then we have a smaller one you can take home. Let's get this out of the way here. Okay. Okay. You guys will remember that I mentioned our chairman, Ben Badcock, was delayed by a late flight. I saw him slip in a moment ago. Ben, wave your hand over there if you would. Glad you could make it. Now, we said we were going to cut a ribbon. I got a ribbon. So if I could, Mayor and Mr. Croteau and all of the family members, the Badcock family members, if you would come up. Okay, I'd like for you to be in this photo.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3.
I just want to thank everybody for coming in and sharing with this special day for us. It's a big day in our history. As we mentioned, it's a big investment, and we're just very excited that you came out to join us with this day. When I talked to Greg was talking about this process. He talked about from the day that Mike Criddle came and presented LaGrange, that LaGrange just jumped to the top of the leaderboard, became our #1 draft choice, and we've been very pleased with our choice.
It's been everything that it was billed to be, and we're very excited to be here. The people here are wonderful. Last night at the hotel, just talking to our people, they're saying everybody we meet here in town is just so nice. So we're just really excited to be here and proud to be a part of this community. Our store is open for shopping in LaGrange. John Parker would be happy to serve you there if you'd like to stop by there on your way out. So just thanks again for coming. We look forward to a long relationship.
We're now being joined by Mike Criddle, the economics manager for the City of LaGrange. Mike, a moment ago, we listened to a number of presenters at the ribbon cutting here at Badcock. And what really impressed me, they said that you guys made a presentation to them that really catapulted LaGrange Troup County to the top of the list. Talk about that.
We did. I remember the presentation well. We presented out at the conference center out at the bank on Lafayette Parkway, and we met Brett and Gabe and some of the folks from the company. We didn't know who they were at the time, but we knew that it was distribution. We knew also that it was a American company, family-based company, and it sounded like something we really wanted to go after. So we did. I mean, we put the dog on for them, and it's an easy job to do, Alton. I'll be honest with you. It's a very easy job to do. We have a great community here. We have great community leadership. We have great community assets. You know, we're close to the interstate. We had a piece of property, as you can see here, that fit their need perfectly. And they didn't want a huge piece of property. They didn't need a huge piece of property. We had a lot of help from Stantec, from Jeff Rice to make this thing work. It's a very good utilization of the property, I'll put it like that. You know, a lot of people say, well, it's shoehorned on here. Well, it's really not. The site flows well from an environmental standpoint, from stormwater, what have you. But we have all the assets. We're right here by the interstate. We have a great workforce here. We have a good story to tell. We got a 26,000 acre lake out there. People love to go out and recreate on and fish. So it's a good story to tell. And it was easy. And if you believe in what you're selling, and I do, obviously I live here, I live on that lake, and it's easy for me to take them out there and say, let me show you the lifestyle, because we're not flamboyant, we're LaGrange, but it's a good story, and people want to hear that, and they want to see some genuineness, and that's what we got. We're genuine people.
Absolutely. You're talking about genuine people. We have a story to tell, and we have all the assets here. We talk about the water capacity, the sewer capacity, all of the infrastructure.
Absolutely.
Talk a little bit about that. How much that means to us.
That was easy because they do come in. They're coming in from other places. They look at, and that's one of the first things they ask you: do you have capacity for water, sewer, natural gas, electricity, all the things that they have to have? That we kind of take for granted. But once we point those out and say, we're in a good position on all those, and here, we're low on the market on electricity, we have excess capacity on water and sewer and natural gas, then it becomes a much easier sell because they are concerned about that. People, they have to have those services here, right. And when we provide it, and I do want to, I'm bragging a little bit on the city, we turn plans around quickly. Your department does that. They do a great job on that. When we met with them, they asked us and said, well, how fast can you turn plans around? I said, well, I'd like to have 3, 4, and they said months, and I said, no, weeks. And they were like, oh, really? And I said, yeah, really. So things like that make a lot of difference to companies because these guys are on time constraint. Time is money.
That's right.
You're looking at a $29 million investment. This is not an insignificant investment for this company.
Absolutely.
So that's why it's an easy thing to do here for us. So it really is.
Well, Mike, we're very happy to have you on our team and continue to be the salesman that you are to bring businesses like this to our community. So thank you very much.
To be here. Thanks, Alton. Appreciate it.
We're here at the Badcock ribbon cutting, and I'm being joined now by Greg Brinkman, the Senior Vice President of Supply Chain. Greg, I want to welcome you to the show.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Well, we're here, and this is a large building. We've heard that a number of times. Tell us exactly how large is this building?
We're about 535,000 square feet. We've got about 83 dock doors. So we were set up to distribute to our stores as well as e-commerce and do home delivery direct from this facility as well.
Oh my, and I understand that, this is the first that you all have built at this large. What does that mean for the state of Georgia and some of your other stores around the state?
Well, a couple things. We've closed 2 older facilities and gone to this greater energy efficient facility in the middle between them. So we're right in the sweet spot of the midsection of our store chain of stores. This facility will be able to service 120 up to 150 stores and beyond. Actually, down the road, we could see as much as 180 or 200 stores coming out of this facility. So being in the centroid of our network makes it a cost savings in transportation, less inventory, less overhead, and utility costs also a lot more efficient for us.
And I know that there's a store here in the city of LaGrange too, and I know that John Parker, the operator of that store, will be very happy that he could just come right over, so he can come over and pick up furniture from here as well?
Absolutely. His customers will be able to come here and get it immediately through a customer pickup program, and we're prepared to help support John. John's been with our company many years and been a dealer for many years. He's one of the best dealers we've got going, so it's a great store over there.
Well, we're very happy that you all decided to open up here in the city of LaGrange. I know it was a huge investment, and the number of employees that you all employ. So we just say thank you for locating here in the city of LaGrange.
Okay. And thank you for being so hospitable. It's been a great experience so far, getting to understand and getting to love LaGrange, and a lot of us do.
Well,
great place.
Well, thank you very much for that, Greg. We wish you all years of success here too.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right. We're being joined now by the mayor of City of LaGrange, Mayor Thornton. Mayor Thornton, we're here at the ribbon cutting here at Badcock Center, and I was just talking with Greg Brinkman just a moment ago. This is a large building.
This is a very large building, 530,000 square feet under roof. If you really want to get the feel for it, just come down Pegasus Parkway, and you can really see what 500,000 square feet looks like when it's in 3 dimensions. It is a very big building. It's also a very attractive building. They really did a nice job designing it. I think riding down the road, seeing the front of the building, the signage, I think it's a very nice addition to our industrial park.
Absolutely. And you were one of the speakers there on the platform earlier. What did this mean for the city of LaGrange as far as employment is concerned, investment?
Sure. The commitment, the original commitment was for 125 jobs and $27 million of investment. As built, the facility has ended up costing right at $30 million. So the company, the Badcock company, which is a family-owned business, has been a family-owned business since 1904, has made their largest single investment in their company's history here in LaGrange, right at $30 million of investment in this facility. And I believe that they are now projecting 150 total jobs when they get to full staff capacity here. Okay,
and that's jobs for people, and we can hear the trucks moving behind us and everything.
It's a great addition to our community. One of the things that I've always wanted to do was diversify our job base, make sure that we had jobs from all kinds of different industries and service sectors. This is a very large logistics operation. We have other logistic operations, Walmart Distribution Center and others, but this is a nice new addition to the community.
Absolutely. And Mayor Thornton, we thank you very much and all the economic team for the vision to bring them here to the city of LaGrange and for the jobs that it will create in our community.
Yeah,
so thank you very much.
It's a good day for LaGrange. Thank you, Alton.
Absolutely. Thank you. Now I'm being joined by Deputy Commissioner from the state of Georgia, Tom Croteau. I want to welcome you to the ribbon cutting here at LaGrange Badcock Center. If you don't mind, tell me a little bit about how the state got involved and how the state helped this to come to fruition.
Well, of course, anytime there's an opportunity to bring jobs and investment to Georgia, we want to be involved in that process and helping companies to assess communities, to look at sites, where to build great facilities like this, and make sure that if it's a competitive situation where other states are being considered, that we help bring those investments to Georgia.
Well, this is a big investment. What does it mean for the state of Georgia and also for the Troup County from the state's perspective?
Well, obviously it means great jobs for people that work here. It means investment into a community that values economic development. And it just helps with the economic momentum when you have companies like this, like a great company, family-owned company like Badcock, that is putting a great distribution facility like this here in LaGrange and Troup County.
All right. Well, we want to thank you very much for coming down from the state and
it's been
sharing.
Our pleasure. It's been a great project.
It is a wonderful building here. I just keep going back to how large this building is. And when we first started talking about it, we talked about 535,000 square feet. Nobody really imagined how large it, but then coming out and seeing.
And what a great looking facility, quality facility that they've done here. And family-owned companies like Badcock, we know that they take good care of their employees. So we love to see good family companies like this come to Georgia.
Well, thank you once again for being here today for the ribbon cutting.
Our pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for joining City Week this week. I've been out at the ribbon cutting at the Badcock here on Pegasus Parkway, and we had interviews by a number of people. I hope that you've enjoyed those interviews, and I also want to encourage you to support our local Badcock and also this family-owned Badcock here in our community. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you've enjoyed those interviews, and as always, I want to invite you back for more of City Week.